What's your best memory with your teammates?
Okay. Like I said, beating the Emmanuel was one.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure I should tell you this. This is not really cool, but
It's fine.
I mean, back in those days, we would all, at halftime, we'd all sit in the locker room and smoke cigarettes.
Oh my God.
Thinking about, talking about the game. I mean, I look back and I think this is so awful, but here we were smoking cigarettes and talking about the game and then going back out and playing. Now, you probably should edit that before you put that out there. I would never tell my students that, my coaches, my teams, and when I was coaching, but oh my gosh, I mean, it was just so bizarre back in those days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
I could not imagine like doing that.
I know, it was awful. I mean, when I think about it, but those were the times back in the 60s. But that's a bad story. Anyways, that's a memory I have. And gosh, it's just been so long. Just walking back from practices in the cold and chatting with people, it's just fun days, Yeah.
I guess kind of comparing and contrasting to what the program looks like now. Do you see any differences? Like, how is it different back then?
Oh my gosh. A couple years ago, I got an award and I went back to Brandeis and I met all the team. I don't know if you were there 2 or 3 years ago, because you're a senior, you might've been there, but it was at their senior breakfast when all the players were there, the seniors. I was so impressed. First of all, the girls were all, I'm 5'3" and I was on the team. These girls like 5'10", huge, tall girls, beautiful girls, very svelte. I mean, the uniforms that they had, we had jumpers that were so ugly, jumpers with a white t-shirt underneath. I mean, they were the ugliest uniforms ever. And we wore Bob Cousy green-soled sneakers that had no support. That's probably why I still have bad feet today. Yeah, but I mean, there was when I look at what you girls have today, how poised and beautiful you are and classic and great uniforms, and it's light years. We've come a long way, baby. That's what I say.
We have come a long way. Still got a ways to go, but we're on that right path.
I know, which is really awesome. I'm so happy. I mean, it's just happy to see that. And every time when I was teaching, if I had a really good basketball player, I said, you should look at Brandeis, whatever. Yeah,
send him over.
Nobody ever went that I had. One girl went to Brandeis that I had as a student.
Okay. Cool.
But she was in the arts. But, it was hard to get, kids to go. Because I was teaching in Jersey and then Florida, so tough to go north. So.
Okay, what's your best memory with your teammates?
Like basketball related?
Can be whatever you want. Up to you.
Best memory with my teammates. I think that a really fun basketball related memory that I have was we played, I think it was my sophomore year, I want to say, when we played Rochester at Rochester. There was a blizzard and we got stuck. And we beat Rochester, and they were one of like the top teams in the country. So it was like an upset. We won. That was great. And then that was the Sunday game. So we got stuck in Rochester and we got to like stay Sunday night. And we there was like an indoor pool at that hotel that we stay in. So we had like a pool party. And it was just fun to obviously beat a top ranked team, top 10 ranked team. But then also not have to go back to campus on that Sunday night where class is on Monday. We got another day of not having to go to class. We just actually had a pool party. It was really fun. We were all running around in our spandex and sports bras in the hotel pool. Awesome. It was fun. That was a good one.
All right. What's your best memory with your teammates?
I think the memory that I told you earlier about beating Washington University. I think also there's a lot of nice flashes of memory that I have about going out, team dinners when we traveled were really amazing and fun experiences. being in airports in different places with our team, and just, you know, people are punchy and tired, and we're laughing and giggling. And oh, I had the team come to my house and we went hiking. We climbed a 4,000-foot mountain in Maine, and that was a really amazing experience.
Sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it was, and it was, you know, people from, you know, New York City climbing the mountain with me, and then we get to the top of the mountain and we meet some people, and here we are out in the middle of nowhere. Like, we drove on a dirt road to get there, and it's like a really long, hard hike, and we're at the top of the mountain, and we pass these people on this trail, and someone says, "Hey, isn't that Kate Drummond?" And like, my teammates are like, "You know someone out here in the middle of the woods on this mountain?"
Yeah, that's funny.
It's like, yeah, there's only like 5 people who live here.
Small area things.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What was your best memory with your teammates?
Definitely the Italy trip going into senior year, so summer 2006. It was an awesome experience and beautiful country.
Yeah. I've never been to Italy. It seems really cool though.
Next question is, what's your best memory with your teammates?
I would probably say my sophomore year, we won ECACs. And the year before, we didn't advance for postseason at all. And it was the first time that the team had advanced to ECACs or won. And it was just such a special day. It was one of those games. We won not easily, but we won by a decent margin. You know, it wasn't a barn burner. We just played so well. And I just remember after that game, everybody being so happy and so excited, and a bunch of people went out to eat afterwards with their families to the 99, if that's still there. And like, it was just such a great, fun, memorable day that I will never forget.
Yeah, it's good to have moments like that.
Oh, what's your best memory with your teammates?
Oh my God, Portugal. Like, that was the most unforgettable experience. The fact that we got to go to 2 different countries with our team and family and our coaches, and just like travel pack of 40, just going everywhere.
Yeah.
That was the best trip.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We had so much fun.
Thank God we went like last summer.
I know.
It wasn't hard.
I was just talking about that with my mom this weekend, and we were saying like, thank God that it was last summer, not this summer, because like we wouldn't have been able to go.
Nope. That would have sucked.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It was just
the routines that we had on each of the trips. Like when we went to Chicago, we would always go eat at like that Giordano's deep dish pizza place. So we had some good like traditions after the 4 years that we just kept doing. But
what was one of your best memories with your teammates?
Yeah, you know, this one was really tough for me, and I'm sure you would probably feel the same. Like, I don't know that there's one memory that sticks out, but I think about all of the road trips, the travel, the team meals, all of the bonding that we did, you know, I think really is my favorite when I look back. Yeah, so all the things off the court kind of, and not necessarily the things on.
Yeah.
What is your best memory with your teammates?
Best memory with your teammates. I mean, definitely, I think getting to the Elite Eight my sophomore year was.
Oh, really? That's so cool.
That was definitely a very cool experience, and I think very team oriented, and just it was very cool. I think just the whole experience of like being in NCAAs. We got into NCAAs my freshman year, but I didn't really play too much, so I think kind of being a sophomore, kind of having a bigger role on the team, definitely made it a little bit more exciting, a little bit more pressured, of course, but I think getting there was kind of one of my like favorite like memories. But I think like really after any practice, or game, I should say, whether it was just like in the training room, like getting ice, or like in the locker room after like a UAA win, like everyone just is like in a good mood, kind of ready to go, especially if it's a Sunday game. Like, I don't know, like those memories are really great just because you're all on the same page, you're going to spend time together.
What's your best memory with your teammates?
Gosh, best memory. It is not basketball related, but this is a great memory. So we used to gather in U-Stand for lunch, and there'd be shifts, and there'd be someone occupying these tables between like 10 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, and we just rotate in, come in, next group comes in between classes. So one day, a few of us decided we wanted to sneak a keg into used hand. And we used to have these huge travel bags. They were enormous, like you could fit a body in them. And that's what we would take on our travel. So we figured out we could fit a quarter keg or a pony keg in the bag. So I think it took like 3 or 4 of us to carry it. We carried it in at like 10 in the morning and put it under the table and basically sat there all day. And like the whole team came by, had drinks, the men's team, the soccer team, you know, everybody. And that was like, we rocked that table. That was awesome. And that probably goes down with like some of my accomplishments, that right there, because we managed to make that happen.
Accomplishment.
Yeah, we were drinking warm beer at 2 in the afternoon, but we didn't care. We made it happen. It was fun. That was fun.
That's so funny.
What's your best memory with your teammates?
So there's quite a few memories ranging from extremely inappropriate to acceptable to say on this, wherever this might end up.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to go with a milder one. But let's see, it was the summer after my sophomore year when we went to Spain, I think. And like, we didn't quite know what the rules were. Like, we kind of like toed the line between like what we were allowed to do and just like not asking Carol if we were allowed to do it.
Absolutely.
So I think it must have been in Sitges. I don't know exactly where, but we were like out, like going to clubs or whatever. We saw Carol in.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, in like she was like in they were doing like a line dance or like I don't even know. We saw her and we like just like booked it the other way. We're like, nope, we got to sneak by here. You know, this town wasn't like super big, but
yep.
I just remember being like, holy crap, like why is Carol out right now?
Did she see you guys?
I don't know. I'll have to ask her. I'm not sure. Like, I'm sure there was like at least like 5 or 6 of us, so we couldn't have been that discreet. But I don't know. But I mean, yeah, Carol deserves to have a good time too, just in a different location from us.
We're gonna have to ask her. I'm curious.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
That's funny.
I'm not sure if she'll remember. Like, and I don't even know if people I was with, I remember. I just remember being like, oh my God, I did not
have to get out.
I'm not in the right mindset. Carol is not a vibe right now, so. But
that's funny.